Now we'll be solving some of the questions from the National Science Standard Examination for Junior Science, and this paper belongs to 2011. So really important paper. However, it's an old paper, but it is really important, the kind of questions that have been asked. For example, heterosis. What is heterosis? Heterosis simply says that the hybrid species are more superior than the parent species, and this is true because they exhibit greater biomass, they exhibit greater development, greater productivity and greater fertility. So they are considered as superior to the parent generation and is a very important concept. The next is sting of a honeybee represents modification of an ovipositor. Now, why sting of honeybee is considered as a modification of ovipositor is because it is at the end of the abdomen of the female drone, and this honeybee, when this sting actually, when the bee actually stings, what would happen? This would result in the death of the honeybee. And why it is so? Because the stinger along with the venom sac, or both of them are ripped from the abdomen, and as soon as the sting happens, the honeybee actually dies. And this is therefore really important, and sting is a modification of ovipositor. The next question is, if the glands in the pharyngeal bulb of earthworms are inactivated, then what would be affected? Definitely the protein digestion would be affected. So a very direct question that you would be aware about. Now some of the important concepts that you need to focus as you proceed are specifically from genetics, the genotype and the phenotype. There have been lots of questions on the F1, F2 generations. So understand these generations and finding the crosses very carefully. For example, there was a question that black dominant species, there is a black feather dominant species, so both have B dominant. The other one is white, so B is recessive. Now what is the cross produced is capital B, small b for all the 4 cases. Now this is, let's say, blue in color, right? Now when this blue is crossed with itself, so BB and BB getting crossed, so it's capital B, capital B, capital B, small b, capital B and small b, small b. That is the black and the white. Now if we see it phenotypically, we would see 3 species which have similar appearance, so we say it's 3:1. But when we look onto the genotype, it is 1:2:1. So both dominant, both recessive, and 1 dominant and 1 recessive in this case, right? So this is the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio. Under the genotypic, you have 1 black, 1 white and 2 blue. Now sometimes it so happen in the question that it is given 1:1:2, but this one is black, this is white and this is blue. So make sure you even read the choices carefully. You don't just memorize by heart that it is 1:2:1, right? These kinds of questions are commonly seen with your junior science paper. Now follow the links below for more practice questions on junior science. Thanks for joining in. Have a wonderful evening.